funded over $40 million in small and medium-sized businesses through Waiters Capital, and after helping hundreds of business owners access capital from startups needing their first 100K to established companies securing 7-figure funding, this video is going to be a summary of everything I know about business funding so that you can save years of your life, potentially building a 6-figure funding business on your own. I'm going to peel back the curtain on tricks and secrets that you will only know after deploying this much capital, things about how banks really make decisions, what lenders actually look for, and why most funding brokers fail within their first 90 days. Most funding experts will charge you $5,000 to $15,000 for this information and then disappear after taking your money, but I thought, why the hell not? Let's give it all away for free. So whether you're looking to start your own funding company or you're a business owner trying to understand how to actually get approved, this is everything you need to know. I'm going to give you 6 big lessons that came from actually funding businesses, not from theory, not from a course I watched, but from seeing thousands of apps and millions in approvals. If you're smart, you'll treat this as a mini course and actually apply it. When I first started, I thought funding was all about one number. If the credit score is high, they get approved. If it's low, they get denied. That's how most new brokers think. Here's the reality after pushing 40 million plus in funding. Lenders look at the entire picture, not just the score. They consider payment history, utilization, length of credit history, recent delinquencies and bankruptcies, business cash flow, bank statements, and overall financial health. 2 people can both have a 720 score. One gets 100K approved. The other struggles to get 15,000. Why? One has clean payment history, low utilization, healthy deposits, and strong banking relationships. The other has high utilization, recent lates, weak cash flow, and sketchy banking patterns. To give you guys a quick story, we had a client with a good credit score on paper, but their utilization was through the roof and the bank activity looked chaotic. If you just looked at the score, you think easy 100K client, but once we dug in, we saw maxed out credit cards, random big cash deposits, and inconsistent balances. We adjusted expectations, cleaned some things up, structured them the right way, and still got them funded, but not at the level their score on loans suggested. On the flip side, we've had clients with lower credit scores but have strong payment history, healthy cash flow, long relationships with their bank. Those profiles pull way more funding than people expected because lenders care about risk and repayment, not just vanity numbers. If you're a broker and all you're asking is, what's your credit score? You're disqualifying people who could be funded. If you're a business owner and all you focus on is that one number, you'll leave a ton of money on the table. You want to start qualifying like a pro. Look at scores, utilization, late payments, and credit age. Look at business revenue and bank activity, not just I make money. Separate fundable with adjustments, fundable right now, and needs a real game plan first. That alone will instantly put you ahead of 90% of people in this space. I used to think if I just explained it better, I'll close more deals. So I focused on script, slides, and explanations. All that helps, but what really moved the needle was speed. Once I started tracking it, I realized time from lead coming in to your first contact, time from client sending docs to a response, and time from an approval received to a deal presented were directly tied to how much money we made. Studies show responding to new leads in 5 minutes or less can make you up to 100 times more likely to connect and convert compared to waiting 30 minutes or longer. And I saw that play out in funding in months where we were on top of calls, we responded fast, and we followed up consistently. Close rates and revenue jumped. In months where I was busy, we let leads sit, we got to people when we had time, we left a ton of money on the table. Same lead sources, same marketing, different response time. When someone reaches out about funding, they're probably talking to multiple companies. They're probably under pressure. Whoever responds first, clearly and confidently, usually wins the deal. You need a real speed to lead system. Calls and texts go out within minutes, not hours. You or your team reach out immediately when someone opts in or books a call. Follow-up isn't random, it's scheduled and consistent. You can have the best offer, lenders, and knowledge in the world. If you're slow, you'll keep losing to people who move faster. One of the biggest mistakes I see brokers making is they only offer one way to help clients. They either offer traditional 0% credit-based funding, or they can only do revenue-based MCA type deals. When you choose one or the other, you're leaving a huge percentage of potential revenue and clients on the table. The reality is, some clients are perfect for traditional funding, some are great for revenue-based. The best long-term clients can actually use both at different stages. Lenders themselves evaluate more than just their score. They look at revenue, time in business, existing debt, cash flow, and more. That's what makes repeat funding possible as long as the business continues to grow. We've had clients where the first time we helped them, it was an MCA to get quick capital. Months later, after their credit score and revenue increased, we repositioned them into better products. Over time, we funded them multiple rounds. Across those deals, the total commission from one relationship was what some brokers are trying to make from 20 brand new people. If I only offered one type of funding, that client would have never stayed with us. They would have outgrown us or gone somewhere else. There's a big difference between running a transactional business where you just do one deal and disappear, and running a relationship-based business where each client might be worth multiple 4 to 5 figure checks over a few years. You want to set your business up like this. On the front end, you have both a credit-based path and a revenue-based path. On the back end, you have renewals, upgrades, additional services like credit repair, bookkeeping, or strategic consulting when it makes sense to. Now, every client you bring has multiple ways to work with you over time, not just one. In the beginning, I thought success in funding was get more lender relationships, make more calls, and hustle harder. And you should grind. But after a while, I realized outbound only caps you out. You can only dial so many numbers in a day and chase so many DMs. What changed everything for me was when I started taking content, branding, and ads seriously. Educational content about funding and credit, breaking down real deals and case studies, sharing my story and the game behind the scenes. Studies show that inbound leads have been shown to convert at a higher rate and be more cost effective over time compared to pure outbound because people come in warmer with more trust. And I saw the same thing in my business. At first, everything was outbound. Then as the content stacked, more calls, more DMs, applications started coming from people who already watched and trusted me. Those calls are easier, less convincing, and more how do we get started? I've even seen some of my students inside my academy start posting consistently, share breakdowns of how they help the client, talk about funding, mindset, and business. And within a few months, they start getting business owners messaging them directly, referrals from people who only knew them from content, higher quality leads that they were getting from cold outreach alone. Why does this matter? Lenders are lenders. Anyone can get access to them, but you are the asset. Your knowledge, your process, your reputation, your content. Outbound is effort, inbound is leverage. To apply this, you need the bare minimum. Pick 1 or 2 platforms, post something of value daily or close to it, mix education, proof, and a little bit of real life so people connect with you. Give it 6 to 12 months and you'll have a pipeline that doesn't rely only on chasing people down. Let me be real. I've left a lot of money on the table by being lazy with follow-up. Early on, I believe if they were serious, they'd call me back. If they don't answer, they're not interested, then I looked at the numbers. Across sales in general, roughly 60% of sales require 3 or more follow-ups. A huge chunk of reps stop after 1 or 2 touches. Funding is no different. You're dealing with fear, overwhelm, confusion, and other brokers in their inbox. The first no-show or no response doesn't mean never. It usually means life happened. I watched this in my own pipeline. Deals I thought were dead came back on attempt 3 or 4. Some of my biggest commissions almost slipped away because we only followed up once or twice. We once had a high value client where they missed a call, we followed up once, they went completely ghost on us. Before, I would have written it off and just moved on to the next person, but instead we implemented a real system. Multiple calls, texts, voicemails, and an email follow-up campaign over a set window. They eventually picked up, apologized for being busy. We closed a 5-figure deal. That would have been gone if we stopped at I tried once. A lot of revenue is not in brand new leads every day. It's in the people who already booked calls, the people who already filled out applications, the people who already showed interest, but life got in the way. You need a real follow-up system, a set number of call attempts over a certain amount of days, text and email follow-ups embedded into your CRM, reminders so no one falls through the cracks. The goal isn't to harass people. The goal is to actually give serious people enough chances to connect and move forward. When I first started, I was absolutely undercharging for my services, and I was thinking, if I charge less, more people would say yes. The real reason was fear. Fear of rejection, fear of who do you think you are, fear that clients wouldn't see the value. But when you look at what we actually do, we help people access hundreds or thousands of dollars. We help structure things so they don't destroy their credit. We save them time, mistakes, and missed opportunities. The value of the result is way higher than whatever percentage or fee you're afraid to charge. When I raised or held firm on pricing, the wrong clients fell off. The right clients respected the process more. We had more margin to reinvest into teams, systems, and better services. Instead of trying to be the cheap option, I focus on being the most thorough, most strategic, and most trustworthy option. When you undercharge, you attract problem clients. You position yourself as another broker instead of a strategic partner. You stunt your ability to scale because margins are thin and you're always exhausted. You don't have to copy my pricing, but you should charge in a way that reflects the real outcome you're helping people get. Be clear, confident, and upfront about your pricing, and stop apologizing or over-explaining your price. The more confident you are in your value, the more the right people will feel safe investing with you. Now, obviously, there's a lot more that goes into building a successful funding business that I couldn't cover in this video. Things like which lenders to actually work with, how to structure deals for maximum approvals, what to do when banks deny applications, and the exact marketing systems that generate consistent leads without burning thousands on ads. But if you want to learn all of that, I put together a free training that breaks down completely step-by-step system I use to help people build six-figure funding businesses, even if they're starting from scratch with zero industry connections. So click the video on the screen right now, watch the free training, and I'll see you there.